Hello, everyone. Mariah here. And today I'm really, really excited because I have a dear, dear friend and customer that I've been working with for years, Jennifer from Adorn Salon. And I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, everyone. I'm the owner of Adored Salon and the creator of Adored Signature Hand-Tied Hair Extensions. At our salon, we specialize in hair extensions, curly hair, and lash extensions. We've been open for 7 years. There's 6 service providers, and we have 9 support staff for receptionists and assistants. And yeah, it's a pretty cool little space. And we've been pink pewter lovers for the entire time. We've used Mariah's products for a lot of different things. We use her her stretch bands for the headbands with, like the one I have on for jewelry. And then we also use one of her headbands. It's a really important part, actually, of our curly hair styling technique and how we tell people to sleep, actually. So pretty much almost every single one of our clients goes home with one of Mariah's. The sports bands, right?
Mhm.
Stretchy bands.
They're our Roo wraps, and they're
Yep.
awesome. They're awesome.
we love them. We sleep in them.
Jennifer has a really successful salon. She has a great team. They're one of the most hardest working women. Jennifer's a major girl boss. She has a great staff. And right now, everybody is going through this world crisis, and it's really stressful for everyone. And in my company, I love to always be in contact with my customers. And especially in these hard times, and I reached out to Jennifer to see how she was doing. And I told her that if we could go on this, conversation to share her knowledge, because she's a very successful salon. And, with her team of educators and stylists and eyelash and extensions that she has a lot of knowledge. And I know everyone's going through some hard times. And I just want to ask you, Jennifer, what are you doing, to keep afloat and to survive in these times?
So when the whole thing hit, we closed last Tuesday, and that was, I think, like 48 hours before Chicago actually told us that we had to close. It just kind of got to this point where we couldn't do the social distancing as best as we tried. We really try to work and maximize our time in the salon, and that's multiple clients per stylist at a time. And we work with assistants helping us with color. A lot of the time stylists are side by side on one client, and that really was no longer an option for us. So now fast forward with everything, my main concern was my service providers, because in this industry, it's like you save for a rainy day, but no matter how much you save, could we have saved enough for COVID-19? We don't know how long we're going to be out. And I just hope that my staff still knows, like, I always still have your back, but this was the best way that I could serve you as the owner, caring about you, making sure you're taken care of, but also still caring about the fact that their job will be there when they get back. The structure, the building, for paying rent and keeping our bills where they are. And the argument could be made too that when we get back, we're going to be flooded and we're going to be busy, but we're going to be flooded and we're going to be busy, but we're still going to have to be practicing 6 feet of social distancing. And for me, what that meant in the salon is one client per stylist at a time. And whereas before I could have 3 or 4 clients at a time, I can't do that now. So we will get flooded and we will be working hard. We'll be working more, but we're going to make less than what we made before we left, before we make more. Does that make sense? Like, it's still going to be, that money's still going to be needed when we come back.
Something that, a lot of people are asking me is how with these times being so strong, their mind is just playing tricks on them. Is how are you dealing with everything mentally?
So we've been off a week, and for the week, I still have yet to like chill. I'm still tying up loose ends. Um, but like when I do have downtime, I'm a total podcast person. Like my first go to is Tony Robbins. Like if I'm in a bad spot, change, change, change your mindset, change your life. Like if I need up, that's where I go. Like there's no other place. Go listen to him. His words just resonate with me, and he's like he's so much more than people will say, oh, a life coach, a motivational speaker. Like he is the guy. He really is. I saw him in person last year, literally March 18th. I came home from California after being at one of his conferences, and it changed my whole life. Like everything changed from that conference. And while before I would say like I always was a go-getter, and I just always not chased the next thing, but I never stopped running for it, towards it, right? Like I'm always been that kind of person that I jump first with my feet and follow with my head and figure it just works out. And after going to his conference, I just know like his way and his thought process, it just helps you so much. Like it just refocuses you, recenters you. Yes. Have we been hit against a brick wall? We totally have, right? But how long can you stay there? You can only stay there for 90 seconds and be upset and mad, because the longer you stay, the worse it becomes. And then it's like, okay, get my head back in gear, shake this off. Let's regroup, refigure, and restructure. Regroup, refigure, restructure. Regroup, refigure, restructure. And then you come to your answer. It's like it's just there, and it doesn't seem as dark. So I just listen to him. He helps so much. And then I do have a bunch of other podcasts that I like to listen to, but that's my thing. And I get up every day and I meditate for a good 15 to 20 minutes.
Well, I really like what you're saying. You're getting inspired by someone and you're listening to keep your mind sane. But do you help your employees? Do you get on this Zoom call and virtually talk to them? Because the way you're talking, I'm getting inspired, and it's like you're a leader, and by you talking to them, they're not going to go on their dark side. So, have you tried to do those kind of conversations with your team?
Last week we were in up until Sunday night, we were like in total recovery mode. Like it was just constantly, I felt like everything was just hitting us. And then today, after working on getting that small business loan that I think everybody should start working their process of getting, just in the event that you need it. I thought to myself today, like I need to do a FaceTime or this with all of them and just get like in a good spot. Two of the other girls who do extensions, we've already said we're going to set up FaceTime calls, and we're trying to learn yet another method on how to put in hand tied hair and just do it together so we don't feel
Good.
alone. But I haven't done that yet, Mariah, and I need to do it with the staff, like just something to
Yep.
like
So
keep
something
them.
that, a lot of people are not doing, a lot of people are really busy with the family, being a work mom and then coming home to all your children is obviously probably hard because you got to balance everything. But something that has been working for a lot of people is having a Facebook group with your customers to keep in
Mhm.
contact, because it's really important right now. You got to talk to your employees, but also you have to talk to your customers so they won't forget you. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
creating a private Facebook group is really good right now. A lot of people are doing it.
That's a really good idea. That's
Yeah,
I
I
have never thought I didn't think about that, but that would be a fun thing to do because a lot of my stylists are like, "Can I what can I post?" And I'm like, "Well, post post you and post as much as you can because what is everybody else doing right now?
exactly.
They're
Social media.
scrolling their phone because they're bored or just and they want people want to see other people and people want to be made to be happy, right? Like there's too much negativity on the TV right now.
Mhm.
So if we could be a voice of positivity, that's a really good idea,
Yeah,
Mariah.
that idea came from Adina yesterday. I was on a call with her, and she said she just created a Facebook group, and I thought that was really, really important because right now everybody's really relaxed, and I really think because I've gone through a hard time in my past, and I really think that there's no time to waste. This time is to get education, free education online that you can for color, braids, business, but obviously be careful who's educating you with business. They have to have a lot of experience
Yes.
in order to give you that, because when you get back to work, you need to look like you're a horse. You know how they have those blinders on the side? You got to look
Yes.
forward because you have no time to waste. So one thing is, you're motivating your stylist to come back really hungry, right? To work
Hmm.
and think about all the things that they weren't doing correctly, maybe fixing it when you get back to work so you could conquer and be a lot more successful. So it's a good idea.
Yeah. That's I my salon centric rep, he actually reached out to me today and he sent me from the Summit salons. We don't follow the Summit salon um model, but Michael Cole, who leads the Summit salons, I saw him when he like first started 20 gosh, oh my gosh, it was like 25 years ago. And his advice then was great and I'm sure it is now. And they I, I'm considering that one to sign up for and do online just because that's also another thing. I'm constantly looking for training for business. Most of us hairdressers didn't go to college, didn't go to business school, and so I'm always stepping out of the box there. Someone else who I follow a lot is a company called Mind Valley, and they have a podcast called Superhumans in the Workplace. And it's a really good working podcast, a really good model for work and just thinking out of your box for different ideas and how to move ahead. But for me, it'll be a lot of business training is what I would go after while being off. Some color training, but mainly business.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, that's really important. Well, I'm really happy that I had you on, getting a little bit of education and giving it to the people that are in need right now, because again, we all need each other in order to survive. We are doing this every day with different people. I will call you in a couple of days to organize. We're going to have everybody in one whole screen together and sharing more information with each other. But I want to say thank you. I want everybody to stay strong. We are going to get through this. And thank you, Jennifer, for giving us your words of wisdom. You are
Thank
wonderful.
you.
And I
Thanks
love
for having me.
you. You know that. I love you with all my heart. And yeah,